Hey everyone, it's Eric Goins from Flywheel Studio here. I just wanted to have a little fun video, where we're just going to create an Instagram clone and we're just going to see how fast we can do it here. So I'm not going to get too specific about what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. You're going to have to kind of watch and see, and kind of learn. But this is one reason we really love Adalo is because we can really just move so fast when we're developing, um, and it makes it super easy to just build almost any app. To be honest, I mean, when we have people and we run a studio, so we build, quite a few of these, all the time. When people come to us and they ask us for prices, the price, it's not expensive to go build one of these apps, to be honest. It's expensive for us um, to do the UX UI part of it. This whole thing is not, building functionality is easy. Um, so, people will take that their own way or whatever. But, for us, like once you know Adalo really well, which, I mean, we do this for a living. So we worked on, dozens of apps last year, and we've worked on maybe 10 or 20 apps this year. Once you do that, you really get a hang of this, and then it becomes very easy to build majority of the apps in Adalo that you want to build. But there is more complicated things. I'm not going to say every app that we do is easy, but let's just make a little fun Instagram app today, and I'll just show you kind of how fast we can go with this, and you can kind of see some of the things that we do. We almost always start with our database collections over there. So that's the easiest thing. And I'm also going to be looking at my phone a bit here just to make sure that I'm following this kind of how. Let me double check how Instagram even looks on the home page. Yeah, so we have the stories. We're not going to do the stories for this. We should do messages here though. Let's do that. I'm not going to get too much into every one of these though. We're just going to see what we can build in 10 minutes. Okay. Sometimes you have to know exactly what you're looking for on those material icons too. Copy that. And let's just have like a post. Something like that. Okay. Let's add a nav bar. Maybe they call it something else. Tab. Currently for all of our apps, I'm really in the mood of not putting the description underneath these, and that's actually the way that Instagram has it too. I think it looks better, and it kind of users are pretty smart. They don't need to be babied or whatever. They can usually figure this stuff out themselves. Cart maybe. Let's see. I'll call it cart. Your Instagram might be slightly different than mine, so bear with me on that. Account here. As a little secret, we don't replicate this across any of the pages until we're done with all the pages. That way you don't have to manage multiple versions of it. Let's put in a horizontal list at the top though. We can put in a little chip list here. It won't be stories. We're not going, that's a little too complicated for what we're trying to do today in our little 10 minutes that we're already halfway through. But what I can do is I can make a list of users that you follow. So we'll have a list of users. It'll be many to many. I'll just have you follow them. So we'll call this following. All right. And it's going to be a list of users. Logged in users following. I'm going to sort them by their. Oh, this is new. I've never seen this before. That's interesting. I literally just created this app. So updated date, newest to oldest, and I'll just tell you who's doing what. Let's use their username. I'm not going to show people's emails. Oops. Sorry, my computer doesn't, it's not super fast when we're running Loom and Adalo, and I have some other things running in the background too. So it gets a little bit slow here. We need to add an image for the user. Let's do that. Normally, I am significantly more careful with my naming conventions, but not going to do that today. Sorry, I'll try and keep talking while I'm doing this too. Sometimes even I get pretty distracted into this. You know, for a shortcut, by the way, you don't have to use this custom list that I'm using. You really could use pretty much anything. Let me find my list here though, because we need that list to make this bigger. Okay. Yeah, that rectangle card really tells the custom list where it needs to be, so you always have to be aware of that. Let me double check how this looks. So we have a circle, an image at the top. That's going to be right here. Make it nice and small. Okay. We need to tell it what this image is, what this list is. It's a list of posts filtered by logged in user following posts. Okay, and we want to sort this by post created newest to oldest. As a best practice, don't let them load all at once. That will slow your app down. No point in having a trillion things load here. Oh, so this is the post. This should be there. So you saw that it wasn't showing up down there before. If you go back in the video, because it wasn't showing up, we weren't getting the right connection here. So I got a minute to go, man. It is fast. Post user profile pic. I move faster here. And I would be a lot faster if my computer wasn't so slow. We're not even going to get to the user account. So see this? It's not showing up down here. So we need to move this to get it to show up sometimes. I think it's just because of my computer being real slow. Okay, so, oh, see, now it disappeared, I think, no. It's in there, so, That is weird. I'm gonna just delete this. I'm over time here already, but I'm gonna keep going for you guys because it's easy for me. Oh, my computer is just being so slow. Put an image. Obviously, you're gonna have to resize all this. I mean, I'm not focusing on what size everything is. So this should be database. Why is it doing that? Let's check our list. Okay, logged in user following posts. Let's check our posts. We have a post user and we have a post image. For some reason, it does not want, now we're getting our current post. So that'll be the current post image. And see, it has to stay down there. If it's not staying down there, then we're losing that linkage to it. Let's add. Yeah, okay, we're not getting it. Isn't that crazy? I've never seen this happen, and I think this is really just because my computer is just being so terrible. All right, let's just leave that. Make this rounded. And then I think the last thing that I really wanted to add for this is that you can, I'm not going to add everything else, but the one thing I did want was so you could like these. So let me just, I'm going to take this title out. The subtitle can just be the post name, like whatever the description is. The post, current post name. And then let's just add a toggle. Okay, I'm going to do favorite. And we're going to do favorite again, but we're going to do the solid one. What is this toggle? Current post likes includes logged in user. Easy. Try this again. Man, this is really killing me. Let me try and put this somewhere else and see if I can get it to work somewhere else. I can't get that to work, but you guys get the idea. I mean, we literally fly when we develop this stuff. I mean, I think that for us to build like a full Adalo Instagram clone would probably take an hour. You know, this kind of little home screen, including the setup, took about, it took less than 10 minutes. Well, it took 15 minutes from now, but if we had everything kind of set up in advance, I think we could have done it faster. And Adalo already has these like login and authentication built in for us. So that makes it super easy. We don't have to build any workflow for that. And most of this we could just build using the pre-built forms in Adalo. This will work automatically. This stuff should work pretty automatically as users generate content. So again, I mean, this is why we love building it. It's so much fun to get a new client request and just like bash out an app in like an hour. Again, that whole UX UI thing, that can take a while. It just depends on what you're trying to build and how it's supposed to look, and what your expectations are for an MVP, or is it a finished product. You got to remember, every app you just iterate over and over and over on. So don't think that it has to be perfect when you publish it. It just needs to be good enough. And you're never going to get users if your app does not make it to the App Store. So hope that was fun for y'all. I had fun doing it. So if you guys want to see any more clones, this one, as we're going to finish this and put it on Adalo, and Adalo is going to have all of, that's where we do all of our clone videos. Normally, those are like 2 hours long because we actually go through these step by step and explain why and how we're doing everything. So it just takes a lot longer to explain that. But if you guys want to see any more clone videos, definitely let me know in the comment section below. We have some kind of like high level tutorials like on Uber Eats and ClassPass and the Canny clone. We're going to be putting up a load more in the future. So hope that was helpful and you had fun. Cheers.